Alright, welcome to this episode of my playthrough of Horizon Zero Dawn. We found an unexpected metal flower back a ways, and so we went to go investigate it, and it was in an ancient armory that is holding some futuristic armor. Again, another thing game developers like to do is they like to, tease something that you might be able to unlock later. But as we were heading back, we also found a new side quest from Sona, the war chief. So now that we've completed that, let's head towards completing the main mission, alright? We are back in Mother's Crown. And now we are not. So we're going to head back all the way over here. I'm going to take a slight detour over here because on my way out to the, the metal flower, I actually accidentally died. I didn't show you that because it's part of the footage that I cut away, so you didn't have to sit through all this travel time. Rabbit skin! Yay! That's a resource I need for crafting. Actually, let's see if I can do any crafting right now. I can. Do I want my weapon satchel or my sharp shot bow quiver? I want my sharp shot bow quiver. Yeah. I want that one upgraded. So I can actually get some more ammo now. There we go. Might as well restock while I'm at it. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I died as part of the footage that was cut out. So, because of that, the game probably does not realize that I have, in fact, knocked down the training dummy in the former bandit camp. So, I just need to go knock it down again. Just a minor detour. It's basically where we're going anyway. Did I accidentally... I accidentally took a road too far, but it doesn't really make that much of a difference. Oh, hello, Scrapper.
Now they're hunting me.
Any braves out there? Help me!
Yeah, I'm coming.
Is there anyone there? I could use some help.
Alright, you're saved. My job is done. Still have a bit of a ways to go before I take the detour. I'm actually amazed by my ability to run up to an enemy and still be able to silent strike it. That's actually kind of insane when you think about it. I mean, one of the skills you can eventually get is to have silent run sprinting, which is like a little bit nuts. Oh, that turkey got a blue thing, animal talisman skull. Those are good for selling, I think. And that's about it. Alright, up we go to the bandit camp. Sorry, the former bandit camp. The place formerly known as Bandit Camp. It was a little nerve-wracking because there was just a tiny little bit of lag as I made the jump. I was wondering if I was going to make it, but I did. So I did, and that's all I wanted. There we go.
The outcast girl. So she survived her wounds.
Quick stop at the merchant. Because of all the things I've been doing and the places I've been going, I'm pretty sure I have a bunch of doubles up or things that are used for selling. Actually, surprisingly little, but still gonna go through it all. And nobody buys Ridgewood, so done. And modifications, you know my rule, keep the top two. Of each type, that is. Keep the top two of each type. There we go. That frees that up. There we go. That guy's knocked over. That's what we came here to do. It's done. So before I go through, I'm just going to confirm that there's nothing else that I'm missing. Side quests, Daughter's Vengeance, that's in Daytower, which is where I'm going. Restore power to the mechanism, which means I need to find power cells around the world. I mean, those guys are rare, so definitely need to find it. Talk to Ligan, or Legan, or whatever. Some tutorials for the sling and the Carja sling. That's okay, I can do those anytime, I don't need to do them right away. I am tantalizingly close to level 26 though. $470 XP away. So this looks like the former Nora Gate. Nora Border Gate. And we are outside of former Nora Land. That is a heck of a drop outside the gate. A corruptor. How is this a new machine? I guess I didn't scan the one I fought. Long buried in the earth, leaving it weak to heat, it remains an agile, deadly war machine. Weak to fire, grenade launcher, spike launcher, heat core. When the machine overheats, yep. Metal shards, metal burn, luminous braiding, corruptor lens, corruptor heart. Override is impossible. That makes sense because it's an overrider.
Sounds of fighting. Has something attacked the Carja fort? A corruptor.
Turn back, girl! These machines are dangerous!
Got it.
Upon us this day.
It wasn't the sun risking its ass down here.
She's got some sass. I love it.
Girl, approach.
I have a name, you know. Freeze rhyme root.
Girl, come closer.
Alright, here I come. Otherwise you're gonna keep yelling at me.
So, will you open the gate for me now?
You heard her! Open the gates! And send word to Captain Balahn. Where you headed, girl?
West! To Meridian!
Open the gates!
The Way of Broken Stones is a hard run, even in the best of times. You might want to have a word with Captain Balahn. He came from Meridian not long ago. You find him in the fort, on a balcony to the left overlooking the valley.
Okay, thanks.
We're the ones who should be thanking you for taking down those machines. Walk in light, Nora.
The Carja are victorious. Again.
That's a long way down. City of the Sun. I guess I completed the quest, the main mission, as it were.
Snow haze. White as bone. That thought got dark.
That's an impressive fortification.
Whoever's in charge here might know if Nakoa came through.
That is the Daughter's Vengeance quest. So there's Daytower, Daughter's Vengeance, Merchant, another campfire, side quest. That's Meridian over there. Lovely. City of the Sun main quest. Aloy journeys to Meridian in search of Olin, the Oseram scrounger she met in the night before the proving. Yeah, he's the guy who had a focus. Somehow the killers targeted her through Olin's focus, a mystery she can only solve by finding him and making him talk. Yep. But while I'm here, let's go to A Daughter's Vengeance, because there's that one. And ask about Nakoa. So that way to go to Meridian, but let's go into Daytower and see what they have to say. It's more of a medieval village than the Nora's tribal settlements.
Fresh rain smell.
Nice to have a break. Whoops.
Yeah, there's a box behind this merchant. Just some metal shards, no big deal. What do you have to buy that I haven't seen before? Carja Ropecaster. Yeah, that might be useful. Carja Rattler, Carja Warbow, which can do shock and freeze, might be useful. Carja Blast Sling. Is that different from the Carja Sling? Carja Sling does freeze and shock. Carja Blast Sling does blast and whatever that other one is. I don't know it. And there is more, much more on the way in the way of purple items. Very rare. Shadow. I can get the Shadow Sharpshot Bow, the Shadow Tripcaster, it does fire, Shadow Hunter Bow. Shadow Sling I still can't do because I don't have any crystal braiding, but I can do it pretty much everything else. Yeah, let's do the Shadow Hunter Bow and put it over the Carja Hunter Bow. Yeah. Let's do the Shadow Tripcaster and replace the Carja Tripcaster. And let's do the Shadow Sharpshot Bow. That is something you don't want to say 3 times fast. And put it over our Carja Sharpshot Bow. So all weapons get an upgrade. Yay! So I don't know what that third type of ammo on the Hunter Bow is. Guess we'll find out. Looks like a fire wire. And looks like the third type of ammo on the Sharpshot Bow is one that can... Well, it has to do with resources, because it's got screws and bolts and everything like that. So it does 10 damage and 50 tear compared to the other one, which does 100 tear but no damage. So there's all that. What about outfits? Do you have things that... Oh, Carja Silk. Oh yeah, there's new outfits. So, Carja Silks. What does Carja Silks do? Meridian's finest silks, leathers, and machine parts. This outfit offers little protection, but is highly customizable. That's not really very useful, especially considering what I've already got. Oseram Sparkworker Light. Wire-threaded leather apron and guards of this outfit protect the wearer against shock, a frequent hazard in the workshop. You know, might be useful, yeah. Carja Balahn Light. Showy armor of Carja Nobles and Hunter's Lodge Elites. Leather strips cured in plant oil protect from fire damage. Might be useful. Oseram Arrow Breaker. Resistance to damage, looks like. Resistance to range attacks. Studded leather and hammered steel protects the wearer from projectile attacks. No true Oseram pulls out the arrowheads. And I'm assuming that there's the medium versions. The Carja Balahn medium, yeah, protects against fire. Sparkworker protects against shock. Silks doesn't offer any protection, but is customizable. Arrow breaker, medium. A Ravager lens. What's a Ravager? I don't think I've encountered one of those. No, I have. At the Bannock camp in the north of the Nora lands. It's kind of like a sawtooth, but instead of having melee, it's got like a heavy cannon on its back. Carja Silk's heavy. Long leg heart. Yeah, long leg heart. We have encountered long legs. We know what those are. Carja Balahn, heavy. You know, good fire resistance. Also have Spark Worker. Yeah, like these are all specific protections, like protection against ranged attacks, protection against ice, protection against shock, protection against fire. For now, I'm going to stick with my Silent Hunter, which makes it difficult for people to see me, because that is going to be very, very useful. Is going to continue to be very, very useful, I'm assuming. Of course I gotta get the free sample box, because free sample box. Hardpoint arrow, that's one of the new ones. Firewire, yep. Freeze arrow. Sticky bomb arrow. Interesting. I don't think I've picked up much to sell, so I'm just gonna kind of leave that as is at the moment. Of course, that gave me a bunch of extra tutorials, so don't care about the tutorials. So I gotta find the commander for the Daughter's Vengeance. What is this? Oh, there's a campfire down there and a boar. That's interesting. Let's see what the side quest is.
Captain Balahn, I have questions for you. First, about another Nora woman who might have come through here. And second, about the trail to Meridian. What can I expect on the way?
Well, it was definitely another Nora. No way I'd forget that. She caused an incident. As for what to expect on the trail, nothing good. More machines all the time, and our scouts report corruption that way as well. So much for sealing things off. Keep to the roads, they're safe enough. Though after what you did at the gate, I'll wager you don't scare easy. It's a good quality. I could put it to use, if you don't mind a quick jaunt back east. I know it's bold of me to ask a favor after you just did one, but I can offer you answers in return. If there's anything you need to know about the Sundom.
Huh. This guy seems like a really interesting character. Yeah, let's see what he wants us to do.
What do you need, Captain?
I sent several patrols east when we got word of corrupted machines there. I'll let them confirm my fears, so I sealed the gates. But it looks like we left some men behind when they were closed. Waleed, tell them what happened.
Machines attacked us near an abandoned Nora village, sir. Lakir told us to pull back. Then I lost sight of the others.
Never seen a Nora woman before, soldier? Have some respect. Report to her, not to me.
Lakir always stresses reporting back, so that's what I did. I felt terrible about leaving them behind.
Now that the gates are open again, I can send someone after them.
Can't you send more soldiers to find the missing men? What about Waleed here?
Most Nora still don't take well to the sight of Carja armor. Officially, it's a risk to send patrols so close to your sacred land. I'd prefer not to do that again. But heading that way won't be a problem for you.
Please say yes.
What was that, soldier?
Nothing, sir.
Seems like a slightly more structured military. I'm noticing, just a slight side note, I'm noticing that the Carja armor, especially the officer, the captain here, not Waleed, but the captain, his armor seems Asian-inspired, right? Like East Asia. like the China, Japan, that kind of area. It's got the triangles, the shoulder pads, things like that. And he's wearing his hair in a, kind of a more of a traditional samurai method. So we've talked about them. Let's see if he knows anything about Olin.
Did an Oseram named Olin come through here?
Twice. He was part of the royal delegation to the Nora, and they passed through on the way, then back. And they brought back stories of a vicious attack on your people. My condolences, of course.
Do you know where Olin is now?
Not exactly, but he was on his way to Meridian, I'm certain of that. Everyone goes to Meridian.
So, go to Meridian, the usual. What about the path to Meridian?
Is there anything more you can tell me about the road to Meridian?
Sun King Avad has devoted considerable resources to making it safe. But by the Sun's witness, it's been harder to control in peace than it was during the war. Machines grow more dangerous all the time. Add to that bandits and new reports of this corruption. We're stretched thin to protect a few outposts like this one. As for everywhere else, well, travel at your own risk.
What is this place exactly?
Daytower marks the eastern edge of Carja territory. A trading post, a way station. One with an ugly reputation among your people. During the reign of the last Sun King, many Nora were taken captive, then gathered here for transport to Meridian, and sacrifice. But the sun set on that. I was appointed by the Sun King Avad to make sure old Carja at this outpost show respect to the Nora.
Where do things stand between your tribe and the Nora now?
Sun King Avad wants peace. So do the matriarchs, I'm told. But old wounds are slow to mend, and both tribes are proud. My task is to make sure there are no further provocations from the Sundom. Especially now after... well, while your people recover from this terrible attack, I mean.
What's Meridian like?
It's a changed place. A living city. Nothing like it was during the rule of Sun King Jiran. Avad, our new king, has done all he can to make sure of that. Slavery has been abolished. There's a new alliance with the Oseram. And the Sun Ring, where so many Outlanders were killed, is now a memorial to the fallen.
So the Carja are allied with the Oseram?
Hard to believe, but it's true. Mad Sun King Jiran raided the Oseram for years. Avad managed to get them on his side. He had help, of course. Ursur and Eren played a part. Oseram siblings, bigger than life. They gathered an army to free Meridian. I marched with them. Scaled the North Cliff with my men and secured the Temple of the Sun. Sent Jiran's kestrels and priests packing. Now Oseram are a common sight in the city. And a common sound, too. They sure bicker a lot.
It sounds as though you approve of the new Sun King.
He is the chosen of the Sun, and what the Sundom needs after 10 years of war. A calming light, not a scouring one. Sun King Jiran would shed blood at any slight. For Sun King Avad, that's a last resort. Lucky for those who slight him. Some whisper in the shadows that he's weak. No. Peace is strength, as the sun shall show.
Sounds like the old king, well, I mean, I think they called him the Mad King.
I'll see what I can do about your missing men.
I will be grateful, but not as grateful as Waleed. You hear that, lunkhead? You might be off the hook. Any word about our missing men?
I'm still working on it.
Yeah, there were still some things I wanted to ask about. I didn't want to end the conversation.
You said something happened with Nakoa.
The Nora girl? Yes, something happened. Attempted murder. Prefect Zaid can tell you more about it. You can find him near the main tower, up the steps.
Wait. Zaid is here?
He is. Look, I've heard what your people say about him, but he swears it's a case of mistaken identity. If there's a shadow to him, I've never been able to prove it, and the forbearance he showed towards this Nakoa woman was impressive. Oh, speak to him. Maybe he knows where she went. And try not to assault him, please.
That seems like the beginning of an interesting investigation.
I need to go.
Let me know if there's any news about those missing men.
So it turns out the side quest giver was the guy I was looking for. So, two birds, one stone kind of thing.
Be on your way, Nora.
Well, this definitely seems like an interesting place to explore. Fair number of guards. There's a boar. Doesn't seem to care that I'm here. That's okay.
The world beyond the Sacred Land. I need to find Olin and learn everything he knows. Who the killers were, how they saw me through his focus. Who the woman is, the one who looks like me. Why they want me dead. Olin's trail leads to Meridian. When I catch him, he will talk. And he will pay for all the lives he's ruined.
Still got a bit of a chip on her shoulder, but that's understandable. There's a big flying thing here, and I don't know what it is. It's out of range of my scanner right now. Don't want to leave Daytower just yet. But at the same time, we are coming up on the half-hour mark here. So, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to call an end to the episode right there. You know the drill, click over there, and I will see you next episode where we talk to Zaid to see if we can figure out what's going on with this case of mistaken identity, if it really is that. It might be a case of mistaken identity, it might be a case of he's just trying to save his own ass. We'll find out. So, click on the link and I'll see you there.